Welcome back, wine lovers. I'm in the heart of wine country in British Columbia in the Okanagan Valley, doing an episode of Behind the Label, bringing you a more personal connection to the people behind the wine that make your mouth so happy. And today, it's Scott Robinson from Little Engine Winery. Scott, thank you so much for joining us today. And we're going to start with tell me your story without using wine.
Yeah, well, my original background is kinesiology. So I did my bachelor degree at Simon Fraser. Worked in the sports medicine world for about 9 years, and I realized I wanted to change. And in '03, my wife and I left our jobs, sold our house, went traveling, and going through New Zealand and Australia is where I got the bug. So
Wow.
kind of came back and started a long journey.
Outside the Okanagan Valley, what are your top 2 favorite wine regions in the world to drink?
Well, I'll list the 2 favorites that I've been to, because I haven't been to nearly as many as I would like to, but Piedmont, top of my list. That was always a dream to go there, and it did not disappoint. I absolutely loved it. I really thought about burning my passport when I was there. Just
Fan of the Nebbiolo.
eat and drink, and that's it. And then the other one in Adelaide Hills. Absolutely love the wines in Adelaide Hills. Sauv Blanc, Chard, Pinot. Sean Smith is one of my sort of benchmark wines, particularly for Sauv Blanc. So just, there's acidity there. There's great fruit. So just, different, really good contrast to, say, Barossa and McLaren Vale, which I spent a lot of time in. So definitely Adelaide Hills. Beautiful place.
Excellent. So if you could grow any grape that you're not currently working with, and of course you do Sauvignon Blanc and Chardonnay and Pinot Noir and Merlot, what grape would you want to be working with here in the Okanagan?
Well, I'll choose one that I think would work quite well. Arnis. I love Arnis.
Wow.
From Piedmont. Aromatic, crisp, beautiful food pairing wine. I think that's a grape that could do well here in the right spots. I know it's grown a little bit here, but I would love to get my hands on some of that.
What do you love most about being a winemaker?
I really like creating a tangible product, and it's you're creating a product that is different every year. It's basically a snapshot of that year, and
Wow.
you put it in a bottle, and then and so I've got memories with every vintage of how I made a wine. So then you create a product that someone will buy and go and create their own memories with. And once that bottle is finished, that's it. Like, so that memory is, in essence, removed.
What did you want to be when you were 10 years old? 10-year-old Scott.
Volcanologist.
Really?
I love volcanoes. And Mount St. Helens, when Mount St. Helens blew up when I was a little kid, I was obsessed. So I thought, yeah, I want to just study volcanoes. And I still have a fascination with volcanoes. So
Let's say you're shipwrecked. All your basic life essentials are provided. What 2 things do you have to bring with you?
an extremely big bag of coffee. I'll figure out a way to make it, and some way of having music. I have to have some music there.
2 top favorite smells that aren't related to wine.
Okay, well, coffee. There'll be a theme. I am an absolute coffeeaholic, but specifically dark espresso, rich coffee. I make the strongest coffee probably around. And I'll give you an obscure one, cilantro.
Really?
I love cilantro.
People either love it or hate it.
People love it or hate it. I bloody well love it. So my wife has a joke. She's just like, well, if I sprinkle cilantro on there, you'll eat it. I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm in that school too. So if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
I thought about this one. Teleportation.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sick of air travel, pre-COVID, and now COVID. I can't travel, and just, you know what, I want to wake up and say, damn it, I'm having my coffee on the beach in Hawaii.
I thought it was going to be Thor related, obviously.
No.
So tomorrow, if you've got to go in the witness relocation program, you obviously have to be doing a job, but you got to do a job that nobody who knows you would know to find you. So what occupation would you want to be doing?
Okay, so I wouldn't want to be doing this, but I was thinking of something that where would someone not expect me to be? And I'm a huge baseball fan. I'm a Giants fan. So I'm going to say a parking attendant at Dodger Stadium.
Wow, I didn't see that coming.
I will hate every second of it, but nobody would expect me to be there.
No kidding, no kidding. So if Little Engine was opening tomorrow, what two bands would you want playing at the opening?
Okay, two of my favorite bands for reasons of you don't just listen to them, you experience them.
Ooh, good.
It would be Tool.
Really?
And Pink Floyd.
Holy smokes!
We'd
I didn't see Tool coming.
Start the night off rocking.
And winemakers love the heavy metal.
Just space out into the night with Pink Floyd playing.
What two things do you wish the wine world would know about this Okanagan Valley behind you?
Well, yeah, we're young, so it's hard to get us out there beyond ice wine. We grow so many varieties here, and we grow so many well, and we've got so many microclimates. So I think the open mind that we can do a lot of different varieties here, it would be one. And then the fact that, like, we're not necessarily a cool climate. Like this is hot.
It's going to be 44 in Oliver today.
Like this is June 25th, and today's going to be 39 degrees. It's never been this hot. Yes, we've got cool climate. There's years where we act like a cool climate, but this is a desert, and we get hot. And when I travel and tell people that the temperatures we get here, they're kind of blown away.
So if your Sauvignon Blanc, which I know you're a really big fan of yourself personally, if your Sauvignon Blanc was a household pet, what would it be?
Yeah, I struggle with this one so I'll use the silly analogy. Okay, Sauv Blanc is always you get that cat's pee sort of thing, right? Okay, well my cat, or our cat, it's not my cat, it's our cat at home, is a little, cats are cats. I'm a dog person. I'm gonna say Sauv Blanc is our cat. It's confident. It's gonna last a long time. It's got ageability. It's got a little pungent. It's got a little feisty attitude to it. Can be a little abrasive, but it's also, got a nice pleasantness about it.
Pleasantness. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
That was a tough one.
What do you find the most rewarding thing about your job?
For me, I love the process.
Yeah.
I just love making wine, and I love the seasonal aspect of it. We start with dormant sticks, and we're out there pruning it and trying to envision what it's going to be like, and then you grow the grapes, and then the grapes come in, and then I get to play, and I get to create, and then come up with a product that hopefully people enjoy. So I just enjoy making wine, period. It's a ton of work. It's exhausting, but I wouldn't want to be doing anything else.
What is your favorite candy or guilty food pleasure? And coffee doesn't count.
No, dark chocolate.
Really?
Oh God, yeah.
No milk chocolate, white chocolate. No,
dark chocolate. Darker
on that one.
Dark, like 85%
nice.
Or higher. And if you throw some caramel in there, oh my God.
How would you describe Pinot Noir to someone that's never had it?
Pinot Noir it's so diverse for its expressions. So everyone here in the Okanagan and elsewhere, we make so many different styles. So do you like a nice fruity wine with some red fruits, tart cherries or cranberries, or do you like something a bit bolder and earthy? So the styles we do here are juicy and sort of a tartar, tart cherry, kind of red berry, strawberry for the silver. But when we get into the gold, it's robust. I do a big textured Pinot with savory components from the use of oak. Have an open mind and just exploring textures.
We touched on this next question a little bit yesterday. So what would you say to change the mind of someone who says that they hate Chardonnay?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Hot button topic.
Yeah, well, you just haven't had the right one for you yet. So Chardonnay, the grape itself, is extremely versatile. The fruit itself can be aromatic in many different types of fruit, citrus and apple and stone fruits, and so we do a Chablis style Chardonnay here for people who just don't want oak. And we tried it yesterday, and it's just aromatic and just showcasing the fruit itself. Really lends itself to building Chardonnay, and that's what I like about making Chardonnay in the presence of oak. because you're creating textures, you're creating layers of complexity and flavors. As long as you're balancing the fruit and the oak, what's not to like? So usually when people come in here and they're saying, well, I don't like Chardonnay, like as soon as they walk through the door, here, try our silver Chardonnay. It's 50% stainless steel, 50% oak ferment, but the oak, there's very little new oak, just a touch of oak spice. It's the fruit showcasing, and that sort of usually can draw people in. They're like, oh, okay, well, I like that. Well, there's oak in that, okay. And let's go to the let's go to the next. Yeah. It's personal preference. Keep looking, you'll find the right one. Just don't close your mind to Chardonnay.
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. Tell us something a winemaker does that would surprise most people.
We do a lot of things behind the scenes. Okay, yeah. It's not just walking through a vineyard with a glass of wine. I'm pruning in the dead of winter. I love pruning. It's a sort of a mental release for me. Getting out in nature. I'm looking at the vines and making decisions. My mind's wandering. I'm listening to Pink Floyd as I'm pruning. Like, I don't know. Yeah, there's many things. It depends on the winery you're at too. There's a lot of hats. Winemakers wear a lot of hats. So that's kind of a hard question. But if you can name it, we probably do it. You know, MacGyvering stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Duct tape and creating fixes on the spot. How about that?
Perfect. So when it comes to making wine, what do you like the most about the Okanagan Valley that the world of wine might not know about?
Acidity.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it, you know, yes, acidity will. It's varietal specific. It's cropping specific, site specific, season specific. But you know, underlying acidity in our fruit here, and particularly on the bench, it's just phenomenal. It's such a tool for winemaking. I have lower pHs along here. Merlot on the bench to me is where that shines. Low pHs, depth of color, a bit of acidity. People don't think about acidity in red wine so much. Maybe a bit in Pinot, you can sort of sense it, but in Merlot, right. And you don't necessarily think about the acidity, but it's there, and it helps the ageability, and I'd have to go with that.
You're going to retire on a sailboat and travel the world. What's the name of your boat?
Holly.
Holly?
That's my dog.
Oh, there you go. Of all the things that you've created here at Little Engine Winery, what are you the most proud of?
I've been asked the question a few times, hey, what's the favorite wine you've made, or what's the best one you made? And my answer is I haven't made it yet. So I'm a perfectionist. I like things that have happened, but as a winemaker, I'm very critical of what I've done. Yes, I'm a Sauv Blanc guy, so I really like the Sauv Blancs the last couple of years. The Gold Sauv Blanc that you tried yesterday, which this year is the first time we've done that. I'm pleased with that, but I know that can be elevated. I really like what we're doing with Chardonnay.
Great.
And Pinot Noir is going to be amazing because I have now 13 different clones of Pinot Noir to work with. I have so much in my toolbox coming up over the next couple of years, right, that the Pinot Noirs are just going to be off the charts.
We're
I
excited
hope.
to see what that's going to taste like. A bonus question is, what's the one thing you can wish for the world right now?
That kids around the world are fed and educated.
Nice.
Because education is key to everything.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, I can't thank you enough for your time. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. Stay tuned till next episode.
Yeah. Cheers.